In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on October 28, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Atlanta Hawks versus Detroit Pistons. It's a battle of Eastern Conference teams on the hardwood as a pair of teams tangle in the Motor City. The Atlanta Hawks are on the road as they travel to face the Detroit Pistons Friday night to conclude a 2-game series. These teams met here in the Motor City on Wednesday night, with the Hawks prevailing 118-113, though the Pistons managed to cover the line as they were a 7.5-point underdog in the contest. In the all-time regular season series between the teams, the Pistons own a 225-214 advantage, though the Hawks have drawn first blood this season. Can Atlanta sweep the 2-game set, or will the Pistons even things up? The Hawks are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 Friday games and 7-18 against the spread in their last 25 road games. The Pistons are 14-6 against the spread in their last 20 games playing on 1 day's rest, and 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 games overall. The under is 11-3 in Hawks' last 14 overall. The over is 8-1 in Pistons' last 9 overall. The Hawks are 0-5 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in Detroit and 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 meetings. These teams literally just met, with Atlanta getting the road win earlier in the week and now looking for another. The Hawks are 3-1 to start the season, and so far the pairing of lead guards Trae Young and Jount Murray is working out well. Young is seeing no drop-off in production, and Murray is leading the team in minutes as his skill set makes him a valuable player to have on the court in all situations. Atlanta does not have the depth they had a year ago, though. Detroit has been hurting me this season. They won their opener, but have lost every game since, including recently to the Hawks. Cade Cunningham has upped his scoring to 20 points per game in his second season, but his turnovers are hurting the efficiency of the team overall. They are also not getting much from their reserves other than rookie big man Jalen Duren. It is hard to win with just 6 guys in the NBA. Atlanta won earlier in the week to get to 3-1 straight up, but they are just 1-3 against the spread this season. Detroit did cover in the loss, keeping it just close enough, and now we are seeing the line go from 7.5 to 6.5 as a result. It was a 5-point game on Wednesday. They are 2-0 against the spread at home this season, and it is hard to beat a team back-to-back on their home court. The Atlanta Hawks should once again win this game, but their defense allows teams to hang around, and it's why they've had issues covering numbers, particularly on the road. The Detroit Pistons had their chances to beat the Hawks on Wednesday and actually had an 8-point lead late in the third quarter. No reason to believe they can't hang around again. Even if the Hawks do win again, look for another close game, as Detroit is learning how to battle as an emerging team in the NBA. So the Detroit Pistons to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Atlanta comes into this game having split their 4 games in relation to the total this season. The Hawks played their first road game of the season in the win over the Pistons Wednesday night, combining for 231 points against a number of 229 to just inch over the mark. Detroit comes in having seen the over hit in 4 of their 5 games on the year. That includes both home games, as they previously went over the number in their matchup with Orlando, combining for 222 points against a number of 216 in that contest. Atlanta is 2-2 in over-under record to start the season. That does not give us much to go on, but Detroit is 4-1 in over-under record, and those numbers make a lot of sense as the Pistons added 2 starters that improved the offense over the offseason, and Cade Cunningham is that much more comfortable in the NBA. Atlanta can always be drawn into a running match, and the game these teams just played went over the number, despite that the total has actually come down for this second game, which makes it feel even more like a buying opportunity. We've seen the over hit in 6 of the last 9 meetings between these teams, and with the Pistons' porous defense, it's hard to see them slowing Atlanta down much here. This game winds up going past the total for sure. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Charlotte Hornets versus Orlando Magic. This Friday, the Charlotte Hornets will travel to Orlando, Florida to take on the Orlando Magic. Tip-off will be inside the Amway Center. Both of these teams are very young, but we will still see a lot of talent on the floor. Neither team has started this season hot, as they will look to pick up momentum against one another. The Charlotte Hornets are coming into this one after falling to the New York Knicks in overtime, 134-131. Charlotte looked great on the offensive end of the court as they continued to score throughout that game. Unfortunately, their defense struggled as they allowed the Knicks to shoot 53.6% from the floor. The Orlando Magic are entering this one after falling to the Cleveland Cavaliers, 103-92. They struggled on the offensive end of the court as they couldn't score enough points to keep this game competitive. They will have to be better on offense against this Hornets team if they want to have a chance of winning their first game of the season. The Hornets are 19-7-1 against the spread in their last 27 road games and 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. The Magic are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games playing on 1 day's rest and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The over is 4-0 in Hornets' last 4 overall. The under is 6-0 in Magic last 6 Friday games. The Hornets are 15-6 against the spread in the last 21 meetings in Orlando. The Hornets are 2-2 to start the year, and a visit to winless Orlando is a great place to right the ship. The Hornets are first in the NBA in scoring thanks to hot shooting from deep. They are making 42% of their threes, which helps them bury bad teams and keep up with the good ones. Guard LaMelo Ball has still yet to play this season, so Charlotte's best ball is ahead of them. He is questionable for Friday. Orlando is still looking for their first win of the season. In fact, they are also still looking for their first game getting as close as 5 points. Rookie Paolo Banchero has scored at least 20 points in all 5 games this season, but with a supporting cast that is not offering much support, the Magic have not been competitive. Franz Wagner is still trying to figure out how to play with the Orlando's main man. This team has a lot of work to do. The Charlotte Hornets are in a tough spot when you consider they're still without their starting backcourt in Ball and Rozier, but the Magic have injuries of their own with Anthony, Wagner, Suggs, and others. The bottom line is the Magic have shown us nothing through 5 games that makes you want to back them. The Magic are okay defensively given their youth, but offensively they have a long way to go. This is the shortest line on a Magic game this season. The question is whether that is a buying opportunity on Charlotte against a winless team, or does it represent a real chance by the home side to get a win? I am leaning to the visitors, who have much more proof of concept this season. I do not think the Hornets are going to be the top shooting and scoring team at the end of the season, but for now, we might as well play the hot hand. So the Charlotte Hornets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Given they are the top scoring team in the league, it is no surprise that Charlotte is a perfect 4-0 over-under record. The Magic are just 2-3 over-under record, but with the Hornets leading the pace, I think we should see plenty of points in this Friday matchup. Charlotte is especially strong with perimeter scoring, but Banchero might have his highest scoring game yet, as the Hornets are not strong defensively anywhere and certainly don't have an ideal defender to deal with the rookie's talents. In their lone home game this season, Orlando scored 120 against Boston. They should be able to post some points against Charlotte too. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Cleveland Cavaliers versus Boston Celtics. Cleveland will try to extend its 3-game winning streak when it travels to Boston on Friday night. The Cavaliers opened the season with a loss at Toronto, but they have responded with 3 consecutive wins, including a victory over Orlando on Wednesday. Boston suffered its first loss of the campaign at Chicago on Monday, which was its most recent outing. The Cavaliers are 2-7 against the spread in their last 9 road games and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Celtics are 3-9 against the spread in their last 12 Friday games and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. The over is 13-6 in Cavaliers' last 19 overall. The under is 5-2 in Celtics' last 7 overall. The Cavaliers are 1-5 against the spread in the last 6 meetings in Boston and 2-5 against the spread in the last 7 meetings. This contest offers really intriguing matchups, made all the more interesting due to the variance of length between the clubs. Cleveland already has a height advantage in the front court, but with Robert Williams out and Grant Williams serving his suspension, it means the Celtics will rely heavily on Al Horford. Joe Mazzulla will have to go deeper in his bench than usual, counting on Noah Vonleh, Blake Griffin, possibly Luke Cornett, and maybe bring up Mfiondu Kabengele from the G League. Boston ranks 27th in rebounding. The other side of the equation is the Cavaliers' backcourt, which features 3 guards, all 6'1", assuming Garland returns. He'll contend with Marcus Smart, who plays bigger than his height at 6'3", Malcolm Brogdon at 6'5", and Derek White at 6'4". However, more concerning for the Cavs guards will be stopping Tatum and Brown, who will no doubt seek them out and run their offense to specifically force them to defend their size. The Boston Celtics are the better, more trustworthy team, and they're going to get the benefit of the doubt at home. However, the Cleveland Cavaliers are off to a fine start, and you know they'll be up for this game as an early statement. The Cavs have shown serious potential at both ends of the floor, and they're shooting lights out from deep. This is an intriguing battle between two East contenders. I'll take the Celtics rebounding for the win, but the Cavaliers and the points in the match because the Cavs' Twin Towers will be on the glass to keep this game close. So the Cleveland Cavaliers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. I expect Cleveland to muddy this game up on the defensive end, as they're second in the NBA in points allowed and 6th in opponent field goal percentage. Their offense is also middle of the pack in points scored per game. Mitchell doesn't have a bona fide second scoring option with Garland out of the lineup and will likely press too much to make a statement in his first big opportunity as a Cavalier. The Celtics haven't been playing well defensively, but with the extra rest and preparation for their opponent, I have to figure they will give a more spirit effort on that side of the ball at home. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.